Hey guys, glad to have everybody here today. I picked this chart today. I saw it this morning and I thought it was interesting. This is laser incidents on aircraft in the United States. Do you guys know about this? Have you guys seen this at all? If you just read the title, do you understand what it's talking about? Can you type in the chat yes or no? Who can tell me what this is about? This is something that has probably been around, but I feel like the internet allows people to show video of it, and it's more serious than we take it, and it's a problem with no real good solution. I'm not seeing anybody type in the chat. Can you guys let me know if you've seen this before? No. Okay. All right. That means, yeah, it's worth. So this is talking about people on the ground. Is, I don't know, kids, adults. If somebody gets a laser pointer and they see an airplane, they shoot the laser at the airplane. And this is very dangerous, obviously. You know, if it gets somebody in the eye, if you haven't heard, you don't want to ever point a laser beam in somebody's eye. Lasers are very intensely focused light, and if you know anything about being told not to look directly at the sun, well, the laser is like way worse. So if you get shot in the eye with a laser, then you will lose your sight. It'll permanently scar the lens and the retina in the eye. And so, you know, I don't know why people think this is a fun prank or not, but you definitely don't want to shoot the laser at people, especially people flying a jet where, you know, that could seriously hurt the chances of the plane landing. And so, you know, the FAA records this, and you know, assume there's some interventions out there about, you know, trying to tell people not to do it and all this. So this is what this is. This is incidents of reported of people pointing laser pointers up at airplanes or aircraft. Now, let me ask you guys a question. So they got this cool little infographic and chart. Is this, or could this be considered a function? Yes or no? Could this be a function? Yes or no? And if yes or no, then why? So if I were to ask you, I'm asking you, is this a function, or could this be a function? Yes or no? Why? I'm waiting for the responses. Come on, guys. Let me call in somebody here. Put it in the chat. It says no, no, no. Okay, why? Why not? So remember, what is a function? Alexa, what do you think? Alexa, can you unmute and tell us? And then Olivia Irvin, you're gonna go next.
Wait, what? So I need to what?
So
Explaining what a function is?
I'm giving you this data right here, this chart. And I'm
Yeah.
asking, could this be, or is this a function? Yes, no, and why?
I think yes, because
Okay.
for one, it can pass the vertical line test.
Okay. Cool. All right, Olivia Irvin, what do you think? Can you speak up? Oh, you're still unmuted. Unmute. Olivia, can you unmute and then tell me what you think?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. What makes you think yes and what makes you think no?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. No, nothing to add?
Mm-mm.
Okay, all right. So Jada has an interesting piece. She says, yeah, and can you put it in the comment chat so everybody can read it, Jada? So Jada says, because it has data. Okay, okay. So remember the definition of a function is a relationship, and it has to have an input and an output. It has to have something to go in as an independent variable and something to go out as a dependent variable. And so it has to be, it has data, so that's on the right track. If it has data, that's on the right track. But it has to have data that will work, where we can explain. If you give me an input, then we can explain it. Okay. I'm in class right now. So I think, Alexa, you know, if you put this on this type of plot right here, where you had this line, oops, like this, then it would pass the vertical line test. And indeed, what's the input? What's the input, everybody? What's the independent variable? Everybody type it in the chat. Let's give a little quiz right here. What's the input of this data? Which one is the input? Which one is the independent variable? Oh, all right. Well, let me call on somebody who's at the bottom. William, what's the input of the data? Well, you know, there's two parts of the data. There's two things being related here. William, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what is it? If you're not sure, then think about what are the two things you know from the graph. From the graph, there's two labeled data. There's two labeled parts of the graph. So it's got to be one of the two, right? What's one of the things you see on the graph?
Looks like there's like time, or
Time.
possibly the years.
Time. Yeah, years, time. Let's call it time. Years, sure. What's the other one?
Years, I'm guessing.
No, that's the one you just said. What's the other one? And it's kind of fuzzy, but you can read the title.
Oh, incident.
Luke, what's the other than time? What's the other thing that's we're looking at in the graph? Come on, guys, let's read the graph. William, you see it in the title? What's in the title? Count of what? You can't, it's fuzzy on the left, but you can just read the big title at the top. Count
I just said it. It's count of, I believe it's supposed to say count of incidents.
Yeah, it's the count of incidents. That's right. Yeah, exactly. Peggy Ann, good. It's the count of incidents. Yeah. So which one of those is the input? Which one of those is the independent variable? Time or incidents? Everybody can feel free to add in the chat. Alexa already shared her thought.
Would it be the time?
Right. Yeah. The X value is the independent variable. The X value is what we put into the function. the X is across the horizontal. And we talked about in our last class, I said, the easiest function out there is where the independent variable is time. If somebody asked me, Mr. Brooks, how many incidents were there in 2014? I can tell them. If somebody said, Mr. Brooks, when was there 7,000 incidents? I could say, well, there was a couple. But the independent variable is time. Okay. The amount of incidents that occurred is dependent on the date, on the time that it happened. Okay. So then the dependent variable, the output is the number of incidents, the count. I'm going. By the way, I'm sitting right outside my kid's daycare, so because I have a doctor's appointment. All right, so remember that when you guys make your functions, and we're going to do 3 projects with the functions. We're going to do find a function, create a function, and business plan function. So we're in this. We're going to do these functions, guys. The X value, the horizontal, is the independent variable. That's your input. Okay, everybody clear on that? So, and Alexa mentioned the vertical line test. So if we drew this as a line graph instead of a bar graph, then we're not going to have 2 incidents for 1 year. We're going to have 1 count for each year. So it will pass the vertical line test. So that's a pretty good explanation right there also. Okay, so good job, guys. All right. Questions on that? Okay. Nobody's saying no or yes. I'd like you guys to tell me no or yes. All right, let's talk about the slope assignment. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and keep on this. We'll go ahead and keep on the parent function since we just did it. Okay. And then I guess we'll go back to the quizzes. Look right here. There's something on this student work that is a little different. It's nothing we've seen before in school. Sorry, I'm in this lobby. I hope it's okay. There's something on this student work that's something that none of us should have seen before at all. Okay, so what do you see on here that stands out? Who can find the thing that nobody's taught us yet in school? One of these things is not like the other. One of these things is different than the rest. I'm gonna give you another 30 seconds. Somebody's gonna find it, guys. Come on. Something should stand out on this paper like, oh my God, what is that? And the person that turned this in, you can point this out too. Are you guys gonna make a guess? Are you giving up? Can you not find it? I've got 9 students in the room, guys. You guys need to participate in the chat. Peggy Ann, do you see it? Luke, you didn't speak up last time. Luke, do you see it? No? No? Okay. All right, last person. Okay, Luke says no. Okay, all right. Look right here. Ah, look right here. And then this is kind of your clue right here. Okay. If you go to Desmos, it will graph here. 1, 1. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 9 is 3. And it graphs like that, where we just have that arrow to the left. And the domain starts at 0. So the domain is everything bigger than or equal to 0. And there's nothing over here. So it gave them this I. Do you guys see that I? Okay, so somebody's using a calculator, which is fine. And we have this I. Now, he says, well, this is the closest I'm going to get. I think he graphed it right here as the I, but this is not, this is -1. This is not I. Okay. Does everybody see what I'm talking about? Can you type in yes or no in the chat right now? Okay. So the I, I'm just going to mention it because it's worth showing up. At 2 people in the class turned in a paper with the letter I on it. And I is a new type of number that we study in Algebra 2. And you can go read about it right now. You don't have to wait. But it's graphed on a different plane. So it's not graphed here. Okay. The better thing to do. So this person put these in, and I assume this is Desmos. Is this Desmos, William? And he put in he did this, and he put this in Desmos and it dotted. But remember, the best way to show the function is to show it as a line with the arrows. Okay. And a couple reasons for that. One, because you need to know the shapes. All right, you need to be able to look at the direction and the shape of the graph and know, oh, that's an exponential. Oh, that's a square root. That's something you need to know. Okay. And you might come up with a little mnemonic or a memorization technique, or you might just study with flashcards or quizzes, go back and take the quizzes again. Okay. But you should know the parent function names, equations, and graph shapes. So if you see the square root symbol, then you know that it starts at a point and then it shoots off to the right, growing slowly. Now, the thing is, you can plug in like 2.5. You can plug that in. And that's why somewhere between 1 and 4 is 2.5. It's not on a whole number. It's not on a whole number. In fact, 2.5 is going to be irrational. Okay, so it's not even going to, you know, you're going to have an approximate representation, just like pi. Pi is irrational. The decimal goes on forever. So the line graphs everything between the points as well. Okay. And then this shows the domain. The domain starts at 0. You can't plug in a negative number into the square root. Why? You guys already know that, right? Square root, by definition, is what number times itself gives you this number. So is it 1? 1 times 1 is +1, and -1 times -1 is also +1. So therefore, there's no number right here that you can take the square root of. There's no number that meets the definition where the number times itself is -1. So this is no, I'm going to use the word real right now. And we've never used that before, but we're going to use it in Algebra 2. And that's my preview, okay? So, good discussion right here. Really understand the domain and the range of your parent functions also, okay? Know that the absolute value starts at a point, and then there is a minimum number. It cannot go below the minimum number, all right? Now you can put in 10 bazillion, you can put in 10 million, that's fine. So the domain goes all the way forever. The domain goes all the way forever. And you can find the square root of any positive number. All right. All right, questions on that? All right, so speaking of that, let's stay on that before we go to slope. And let's go to the questions. So this is x squared. You have to know that x squared is the u. And that's like, you know, our second one. Our first one is linear, and that's our next unit. Our next unit is studying lines. And then the unit after that should be quadratics if we get there. This is a v. Well, what shape is a v? It's the absolute value. Okay, so you have to know that, you know, this is a line, this is a u, this is a v, and this is exponential. This is the one that was on the bottom of the page we were just on. Oh, there's exponential right there. Okay, the x is up in the exponent, so it's called exponential. All right. And then you have to know, oh, that's called an exponential. It grows different than linear. Okay. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, 8% got this too. And then remember, we talked about this f of x, where this is really y equals x. Well, if y equals x, then y is the same thing as x, and then that creates a line. And this is, by the way, this is x to the first power right there. All right, let's go on to slope activity. We gotta get going. We gotta get going. Let's go to classroom. Google.com. How many of you guys have done the slope assignment yet? Not slope man. I think I just grabbed it. There it is, slope assignment. All right, so this is your assignment today. So come here, and I don't care if you do this. I don't care if you do this in Cami or on paper. You can do it on paper. Paper is fine. Take a picture of it. But there's 4 types of slope: positive slope, negative slope, zero slope, undefined slope. So you're gonna have 4 lines on these, and you're gonna tell me what they are. And you might find out what they look like by playing this game. You might already know, or you might look up here. Where is it? Oh, what happened to my guy? Oh, it's over. I gotta go over. Oh, there he is. That guy right there. That guy might help you right there with the 4 types of slope. Okay, that's slope man. All right, so when you click on this link right here, click on this link right here, it takes you to this game. There's slope, slope intercept, point slope, and then the game. You guys click on the slope, and then you play with this. And you've got 2 dots, and you can play with it, and you can see it gives the rise and the run. And you guys can also click over here and see what that changes, and you can see the fraction as the slope. And you can play with this and with this, and then you guys can also show these points right here with that. So there's a lot going on here. I want you to play with it, okay? And here's the equation right here. So y2 minus y1, this is y1 or 2, the other y. So it subtracts the 4 and the negative 5. 4 minus negative 5 is positive 9, and it subtracts the x on the bottom. All right. And then you answer these questions. You answer these questions. And next Monday when we meet, we're going to go over these questions, but you guys need to try to answer these questions on your own. After you get done with the slope, you're going to go to point slope form. Okay. Well, first you're going to change to chat. Okay. Let's close out the chat. Go back here to home, or you can click down here on slope intercept. Slope intercept form. Now, instead of showing the slope equation, it shows our line equation. Remember our friend y equals mx plus b? Well, now the blue dot changes something, and the pink dot changes a different thing. So tell me what they change, okay? Play around with it, explore with it. You can also change it right here. And then the next one is point slope form. So you're going to change this one, And you'll see it's a different formula. It's y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. You have your input is the x. And you put in your x, you can also put in a y, of course, because it's an equation, it's a literal equation. And then you have the slope, and the slope changes. So this is your slope right here, m is your slope, and here's your points, the x and the y, okay? And then you play the game, and you play up to level 3, hopefully. Try to get to level 3. Try play for 15 minutes, and then just turn in your work, okay? All right, it's really a fun exploration, and it should be you playing the game in order to learn. That's what I want, and we're going to talk about it Monday. Questions on the slope assignment? No questions. Can you guys tell me you're good? Can you guys tell me you're not good? Any questions on the slope assignment? Okay. Forget. All right. So here's somebody's create your own function. This is what I want from you guys to turn in, and it should be fun. Notice there's no data. It's just your ups and downs. So her input is time. So she put time as her X variable, and the output is reading stories. So she says, at the start of the week, you don't read anything, or you haven't read anything. And then it goes up and up and up and up. And because it goes down, I'm going to guess it's the time through the week reading stories. So like, you know, maybe she reads more on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then on Thursday, it decreases. And then on Friday, it goes way back up because it's the weekend. Maybe the weekend's really good for her. Okay. So this is what I'm looking for the creative function. And you're going to create a video explaining why you chose this shape. So this is a good job. All she needs is to turn in the video, and you're going to turn it in the gallery walk. Okay. So the gallery walk is right. Let's see. Create a function task. Create your own function task. So these people turn in. Yeah, good. Where's the gallery walk? The gallery walk's right here. So you guys are gonna click here, and then we're gonna create one. Oh, I have to create that's my fault. I need to create a function. Oh no, I didn't create a function. Yeah, right here. Good. Caitlin's got hers. Again, it's a movie. Sarah's got hers. Good job. Alexa's got hers. Good job. Okay. So add your name in here to the gallery walk, and then create your movie. All right. Good job. Let's see what Jada turned in. Oh, and she even provided the explanation. Good, awesome. My favorites is frequency of chocolate sales. So January's hot chocolate, yeah. February's chocolate's definitely gonna be getting a lot of sales because Valentine's Day. Yeah, I would think I would think there'd be a big spike, but it can go down again. Yeah, it takes off for Christmas, right? October, 100% a ton of sales in October. Yeah. Yeah, I imagine it dips a little bit, maybe like March, and maybe like in September and August, there's less candy sales. But it's your interpretation. So this is really good. This is really good. And this offers a really good explanation also about why you're doing it. School day and hunger. Yeah, she gets really hungry at the end of the school day. This is really good. I love this, Jada. Great job. Okay. So what you're turning in though is the other sheets into the movie. You're going to, you know, turn that sheet in. And then for the movie, you're going to create your own. So I want you to think about your own function. You could put reading, you can put chocolate eaten, you can put whatever you want. Okay. All right. Questions on that task? All right. All right. No questions. Okay, guys. What was the last thing to do? Find a slope given 2 points. I want to do that real quick with you, just to make sure you guys got it. And then don't forget the virtual field trip tomorrow. Then we'll go. Okay. You have to go to the virtual field trip. Yeah, I want you to, but it is not required. We cannot require it, but I think it would be definitely worth your time. All right, so let's see what's on deltamath.com. Nope. Okay, let's write this one down, okay? So what do I want you to write down? Everybody's got pen and paper. Here's the important parts right here. We need this. We need this, and that's all we need. Okay, that's all we need. So we don't have to write down. We don't have to write down all the words, but we need these 2 points. And we can find slope. If we're given 2 points, we can count up, that's rise, we can count run. Well, it's kind of like, you know, Pythagorean theorem. It's kind of like just saying, how much is this? What's the difference? And then how much is this? What's the difference? And that's what we're going to do. So the equation we're going to use is technically, you know, the same counting. It's going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That. This is equal to slope. Okay. So this is the same thing as saying the rise over the run, because the x value is the horizontal run and the y value is the rise. Okay. All right. Everybody good with that?
Yes.
Can you guys tell me yes or no? Are you good? Are we ready? Thumbs up if you're ready. Turn your cameras on. Thumbs up. You good? Okay, thumbs up. Alexa, you ready? Olivia, you ready? Okay, all right. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, okay. All right. So we know that the x's are seconds. I'm sorry, we know that the x's are first. Oh, that was wrong. Here's x and x. So the x's are, let's say that we'll put -9 first. So -9 minus -10. And then the y's are -8 minus -8. And look, that's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. Hey, Katrina, how are you?
Good.
Morning, Alice. Okay. So I'm looking at, does anybody look at this and they look at the top and they're like, hey, this is going to be a little different? Is anybody looking at that already? Like, I'm looking at the top right here and I'm saying, something's going to happen with that. So I can rewrite this as -8 minus negative is +8. And that's what I thought would happen. -9 minus negative is plus. And that's equal to, that's 0. You have -8 plus 8, that's 0. And then this one, as long as it's not 0, which is 1, that's our slope. That's our slope. And this 0 tells me that's a little different because our 2 points have the same y value. Oh, the same y value. Yeah. Y value. All right, and y. Yeah, so that tells me that this this slope, this line is flat. It's horizontal. And so if you have a table, what's the slope of the table? What's the angle of a table? Well, the slope of a table is 0. I mean, 0 divided by 1 is 0, right? So that's what it is. Okay. You don't have to do 0 divided by 1 because 0 divided by 1 simplifies to 0. That's what it is. Okay. You'll see what we did. All right, let's do one more real quick and then we'll be done. Maybe one more. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna let you try to remember this is what we need right here. I'm gonna let you try to fill it in. What numbers go where? So I'm gonna give you 5s. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to try to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 numbers in. All right, try that. Okay, the y's go on top. So the y's are 22 and 7. And the x's are 16 and 6. Did everybody get that? So 22 minus 7 is 15. And 16 minus 6 is 10. But this reduces to 3/2. That's there's 3 5s and there's 2 5s. So 3/2. So our slope is a fraction. It's, you know, a slope is a fraction. It's rise over run. It rises 3 and runs 2. Okay, now. Okay, now. Let's ask the question. What happens if I do this? What happens if I go 7 minus 22? So I'm still putting the y's on top. And 6 minus 16. What happens if I do that? Do I get it wrong or do I get it right? What happens? Trenton, can I do that? Will I get a different answer? Yes, a different answer, or no, yes, a different answer, or yes, I can do that. A different answer. Okay, all right, let's take a poll. Landon, what do you think? Will I get a different answer or the same answer? Same answer, okay. And the tiebreaker maybe perhaps is Channing. Channing, what do you think? Same answer or different answer? Different answer. Okay, all right. All right, so maybe think about it this way before I tell you the answer. Maybe think about it this way. What if I gave you the points as 16, 22 and 6, 7? What if I gave you the points in the opposite order? Would it change the slope? Because they're the same 2 points, right? They're the same 2 points. So should it change the slope? What do you guys think now? Did that change your thinking? Are we gonna get the same answer or a different answer? Everybody put in the chat. We get the same answer or different answer. So this is -15. And this is -10. Which is equal to +3/2. So we're gonna get the same answer. So it doesn't matter which point you have first or which point you have second. What matters is you go in the same order. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get the same answer either way. Why didn't that work? Simplest form. What's Mr. Brooks doing wrong? Oh, there it goes. All right. Here is the poll. Everybody grab the poll. If you haven't taken the test, you gotta take the test, take the test, take the test. And then make sure you get all your assignments done, including your video for your creative function task. You need to do the video for creative function task. Okay. Tomorrow at 10 is KET virtual field trip. Love to have you. It's on my Zoom. And you guys have, time today and tomorrow to get stuff done. So get everything done. We're starting Q4. Get off on the right foot, okay? Don't be behind. All right. You guys have a great day. Make sure to get all your work done.